Remember when I said earlier, I've never seen so many cowards and black men in this business?
I feel that there are a few rappers that are in the storage room in gay and see those are the sort of gay individuals that the main kind of gay individuals to definitely disapprove of. There's a major gossip circumventing in the diversion world. Individuals are saying that Seen Diddy brushes and the game might have really had a mysterious illicit relationship, and Diddy evidently gave the game an enormous agreement due to it. Regardless of how stunning this could sound, this tattle has taken on a unique kind of energy and is creating all a ruckus in the business. They had little fellows kneeling down in the workplace. Man, you comprehend what that great kid stuff. It seems the bits of hearsay began from the game's more established sibling. Obviously, it's commonly realized that the game and his more established sibling Large Face 100 have had a well-established quarrel. As per the game himself, Cash is by all accounts the primary wellspring of their stressed relationship. So hearing him discuss individuals here, certain individuals currently envision it should be private. There are a few rappers that are in the wardrobe and gay for a really long time. The game and his more established sibling Large Face 100 have been bit by bit floating separated, each fashioning their own different ways. Anyway, the most recent buzz encompassing their relationship is not something to be disregarded. I don't dislike gay individuals, or you realize Beyonce ought to have said, who run the world gays during a new appearance on the famous beverage winners. Web recording the game sheds some light on the continuous status of his relationship with Large Face 100. And obviously, there is yet not threatening terms, people, but rather here's where things take an amazing turn. In light of the game's digital broadcast remarks, Huge Face chose to mix the pod on Instagram. He transferred a fairly intriguing picture, which has now been erased, indicating the chance of a more close companionship with. In all honesty, Diddy Huge Face's subtitle caused a stir, inferring that the game's rising in the rap game probably won't be exclusively credited to his road validity. Do you? It's a free country, we gay. You can. It's your Huge Face posted on Instagram highlight Diddy embracing the game from behind, unequivocally proposing a more profound association between the two than recently suspected in certain individuals' brains. As the adventure unfurls, it's quite significant that throughout the long term, a few industry veterans have transparently imparted their insights and hypotheses about Diddy's existence, adding one more layer of interest to this unfurling story. I got an adequate number of dangers, you comprehend, unfamiliar. To be sure, the show encompassing Diddy's direction isn't new. In 2018, 50 Penny stood out as truly newsworthy when he openly hypothesized that Diddy may be more assorted than what he depicts openly. Even 4 years before that, 50 Penny had caused a commotion by recommending that both Diddy and Rick Ross were disguising their actual real factors. If when you ceaselessly call Puffy starting around 2022, the two men kept on introducing themselves as hetero anyway. Amidst this new debate, Huge Face immediately understood the expected results of his dubious post and quickly erased it. By the harm have proactively been finished, leaving general society humming with hypothesis and interest. One individual expounded on Diddy saying Puff was most likely the principal casualty and needed to have that sort of control over others, so he makes the most of his influential place. Diddy's excursion in the music business has without a doubt been wonderful. At first celebrated for his music creation ability and his skill for overseeing extraordinary craftsmen, anyway, as of late apparently his standing has been moving away from his melodic accomplishments towards his own life, especially his heartfelt undertaking. Sorry, I can never again help you all. Soon you will be in every way gay and blissful. You are currently left under the authority of Puffy Daddy. Detailed, there has been developing theory that Diddy has a propensity for chasing after more youthful men within the business, and it's supposed that he has a specific technique for moving towards such connections, frequently tripping them into cozy experiences with the limits of his vehicle. Diddy has made a public picture as a committed dad and family-situated individual, yet ongoing disclosures about his confidential life portray the music maker. Numerous reports have surfaced proposing that Diddy has effectively sought after experiences with youthful cool male rappers, in some cases utilizing coercive strategies to draw in them in genuine demonstrations. I like when you like this, daddy. Definitely. The rapper Puma has likewise described an upsetting episode, according to her viewpoint, where she guarantees that she saw an experience including Diddy and the rising vocalist Christopher Williams, where somebody purportedly strolled in on Diddy during a genuine demonstration. Such cases are without a doubt surprising and possibly harming to the standing of those elaborate she strolled in. She saw Christopher Williams play out of facial or puff cases, and reports about Diddy's supposed activities and inclinations keep on producing impressive consideration and theory past the ones we effectively realize. There are more reports with claims in any event, reaching out to occurrences including notable figures like rapper Strategy Man in Los Angeles. Purportedly Technique Man was situated in the Los Angeles club. When Diddy moved toward him, it gave the idea that Diddy was attracted to him, as he then, at that point, participated in strange way to deal with. As far as anyone knows, Express Revenue sat up in one of the corners. You realize how Place of Blues is set up. I'm sitting in one, and this is the pre-Soul Train party, so I'm sitting up in one of the stalls, and I'm very much like glancing around at all that, and I'm beginning to feel the strain. Before that I wasn't feeling the strain. I owned Puff, Come and Puff had like 5 protectors with him, and this is like one of the main times Puff, at any point, halted to address me, as opposed to taking part in additional discussion and stretching out a clear greeting to his place. Diddy selected a flighty methodology. He dispatched one more person to persuade Strategy Man to going along with them in a vehicle. Soon as I left the club, thumpa Tracy Waples, she outside in a seat like, "Guy, come on, Ken, the vehicle." Gracious my, I'm not making an association here, and I'm similar to Gracious Espresso Mug. Purportedly one individual composed cash is the base of all detestable individuals have options. They play the game since they would rather not be bankrupt then, at that point, actually get played eventually after they have given their spirits. Then, at that point, discuss a large number of it's done. Another rapper display has as of late uncovered a somewhat disrupting experience, including Diddy following a charming night at Diddy's home. They set out on a night out to a gay club. So then, at that point, we realize we go to the house, and afterward you realize he welcomes us to the clinics he needed to go to the club. Subsequently, OK Cool Show had been partaking in his evening out on the town anyway. He then, at that point, had a response to men kissing that many would naturally consider homophobic. She pointed over the quarters, 2 fellows kissing. You understand what I'm talking about. I like the __. Is this, moreover, show indicated a troubling encounter he had while being brought into the party by Diddy. Hello man, you know the that young lady, you are familiar, the young lady everyone know, except you understand what's going on. You know, he resembles you realize that is Satan man. Diddy, with dauntlessness, would ask about the visitors, premium and ladies, and afterward presented them to the capricious scene that normally unfurled at his social occasions. Likewise, there was an unconventional account shared including Diddy examining the scandalous superhead, which added to the interest encompassing his gatherings. The pup sound she would take you with things, and I was like, what the __? Does that mean inquiry emerges concerning why anybody would decide to remark on another person who isn't causing any unsettling influence anyway? In this setting it relates to Diddy, who has reliably extended a picture of prevalence over more youthful rappers. Furthermore, display insinuated the likelihood that Diddy might have had some contribution or experience with Superhead right now. He said, I surmise he got some earlier episode with her that he don't believe no one should be aware of. Much seriously baffling that in spite of all the disturbance and contention, it appears to be that Diddy stays not interested in the circumstance I needn't bother with to be embarrassed. Prominently 50 pennies appears to have a few bits of knowledge into this matter. Diddy was spotted brandishing a fairly excessive hairpiece as he paid attention to Travis Scott's most recent collection, Birds in the Snare, Sing McKnight, and shared the second on his Snapchat account. And to this date, a few fans were passing judgment on him quite hard, saying that Diddy was playing the fool in a hairpiece. One of them said Diddy is a numbskull silly, and 50 penny additionally took advantage of the chance to ridicule Puffy for it. On his Instagram page, he posted the video on his Instagram and composed what the __. Man, to be sure this occurrence isn't whenever that 50 penny first has reprimanded or taken a poke at Diddy. There's by all accounts a background marked by open trades or remarks between the two. You know, whether he didn't tell you when you see what I heard, did he contacted you? Goodness man, what in blazes? It's conceivable that 50 penny's remarks and perceptions come from individual encounters or data he might have about Diddy. Also his